Now, I didn't think I'd ever have to make this video, so if this video is not something you're into, which I completely understand, this video itself will be a health themed video where I'll basically explain in simplified terms what exactly insulin resistance means from a simplified perspective, how you can potentially have it or discover you might have it or you may not. But please note, this is not medical advice. If you need advice about this, ask a confident doctor or a confident nurse. Anyway, let's get into it. So, the reason I made this video was I got a weird message from a news reporter basically trying to explain insulin resistance from a complete and utterly wrong way. So, why did I want to say this thing's completely wrong? Well, she's trying to simplify things, but in a completely wrong perspective. The idea that, you can put forward the argument that one food itself, or 1 to 4, are going to be like 100% the guaranteed form of insulin resistance is just not the case. I mean, if for argument's sake, you said to me, every day of the week, 7 days a week, you drink, say, a 3 litre bottle of Coca-Cola full of sugar, you have then, say, a very unhealthy burger, an unhealthy sausage, and another 2 litres of, say, make it simple, Pepsi full of sugar. If you said to me that did apply to you, if that's what you do every day week, then yeah, I guess you could put forward as an argument that would potentially be the case. But again, someone having 4 exact things like that is not particularly likely, because most normal people eat different things, whether it's noodles, whether it's fish such as tuna, salmon, haddock, cod, or something else. Most of us have quite a varied diet in most cases. Most normal people don't stick to what I consider, the exact meal every day, for exact meal Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I mean, some people do that, but it's not that common. So I'm not going to apply that as a sort of a factor to it. So anyway, let's get into it. So, how exactly could you put forward the argument that you have potentially insulin resistance? So, let's make it simple. So, let's just say you normally, every day of the week, you normally have exactly 20 insulin at, say, breakfast, lunch, and dinner time. So 60 units per day for Nova Rapid. In case you don't know Nova Rapid, it's in case you use another word, another insulin type in your country or area, Nova Rapid in simplified terms is a fast acting. This basically means, in simplified terms, it can take anywhere from instant effect, in some cases I found it happens, or starts active in 2 hours. Some people argue it's half an hour, some people argue it's an hour, 2 hours, or whatever, it doesn't really matter. But it's simply fast acting, that's what it means. That's why it's called your meal insulin in some cases, or fast acting. So, in a case, let's just say we all use the same fast insulin. We all use the same fast insulin, say Nova Rapid. So, if for example, you normally use 20, and for some reason, it's rocketed up to 30. If you're saying to me you do the exact same thing as you've always done, everything's the exact same diet, exact same thing you always do, and it's rocketed 10, then here's the potential things it could be cause. It could simply be you never realised you started eating something extra. That could be a cause as an extreme case, something extra sweet. Maybe you're a little bit lazier than normal. Maybe you haven't realised that the food you were buying before, they put something extra in which increases sugar. That itself does happen. So even if you're buying the same food as you normally do, it's always worth rereading the packaging every so often, because you will find in some cases add things artificial, which can in some cases put your weight on. For example, I found in the past when I was drinking lots of diet drinks with artificial things in it, I found when I actually stopped taking it, I actually found out I actually lost weight by simply just not doing that. I found out actually from not doing that for a couple of months, I found just by that simple change, I actually lost half a stone of weight, and that's just by doing that, as a simple example of how you can lose weight in some cases. Please no, I'm not saying that's guaranteed to happen to you, it depends on many different factors, but that's something that have happened to me. I've spoken to other people who've had similar things happen, so it does seem something which can potentially help certain people. And getting back to more of a topic at hand, with regard to it taking effect. So, if you always have to increase your insulin compared to, say, 1 or 2 years ago by a large amount, 10 years, 20 years, then it is potentially possible, but again, go back to the baseline. Have you eaten or drinking more than you usually do? If you can honestly say everything's the exact same, I'm doing the exact same extra, I'm doing, for example purposes, I'm walking every day, say 3 miles a day, that's what I've always done, I'm doing the same work, I'm eating the same things, drinking the same things, everything's the exact same, you're positive nothing's changed, then the best option is to see your doctor, see your nurse. Ask them, bring up what's going on, you're wondering what exactly you can do to potentially decrease your insulin usage. And they'll basically help explain it to you, and then you can solve that mystery, if that does happen to you. Don't always jump to the conclusion that's the case, because that seemed to be what this woman was doing, completely incompetent reporter. Just to be honest, that's the way she was. Always do the research. Have you taken anything different? If there's something different, even a small thing, let's make it simple. Maybe you eat some cake. Make it simple. Maybe a cake which is really high in sugar. If that's the case and it's a very high sugar thing, maybe you didn't realise it's that sweet. Maybe you thought, wow, this is nice, it tastes good, you ate it, and that's the cause. So that could be the cause of, say, you're up by 5 units, 10 units, or however much it may be. Always look at what you're eating and drinking. If you're saying to me, everything's healthy, nothing bad here, everything's good, then it is potentially possible. But you also have to consider what you have different factors play. Hormones themselves can play a role in it in some cases. Your lifestyle can play a role in it. Anything you do. Because one of the things I noticed when I started to play around more with my Libya scanner 2, I noticed quite early on in regarding to it. I'll just do this quickly so you can see, hopefully. So you can see there, hope you can see it's okay. Sorry, I'll just read it to you. So it's 11.2 with the down arrow. So what exactly does that mean? Now, please note, I believe in America you guys use a different setting to us, so your one's much higher than us. I don't know the difference between the British version and the American version, or whatever country your version is. So if this number seems too low or weird, then obviously go with what you know, don't follow this wouldn't make sense to you. But an example here, so how exactly did I know my my sugar level was going down? Well, simple. I've taken insulin, I've taken Nova Rapid, which is fast. I've taken my long-acting insulin. I normally take it at 8 PM. You might take it at 9. You might take it at 5. It doesn't really matter. As long as you stick to your schedule and everything goes fine, you will find it goes like that. But the reason for why my insulin's going down now is because I've had tea, and the insulin, the fast-acting insulin, my Nova Rapid, is taking effect. So that's itself bringing it down. That's what it's supposed to do. I've also done a bit of exercise, which you can see is okay, with my kettlebell. Since I've done a bit of exercise with that kettlebell, that itself is bringing your sugar level down. So you can obviously burn up more calories by obviously doing exercise, whether you want to use a kettlebell, whether you want to go for runs, jog, cycle, whatever, it doesn't really matter. But that's the sort of things you'll find take effect. So you don't always assume, with regard to what people are telling you about insulin resistance seems to be a buzzword, and I keep those people talking about it lately, don't always jump to the conclusion you have that. If you're positive, you say, I'm 100% sure, I know it, I'm positive without a doubt, then cool. Phone your doctor. Make an appointment. Make an appointment with your nurse. Or see both. Ask their advice. That's what they're here. They're here to help you. So if you need advice, then contact these people. If you're saying, something's gone wrong, whether it's a diabetic matter or a non-diabetic matter, contact them and just say, this is what I think's the case, and it'll probably help you. Quite likely. If for some reason it doesn't go well, you don't think that service is good, then get another doctor, get another nurse. You can see as many as you want, it's your choice. Like always, do what works for you. And one other thing I want to say before I end this, like always, go back to baseline. If you're telling me everything you're doing is 100% perfect, you can say without a doubt you're not taking anything, you're 100% positive, you read the ingredients, you read the ingredients like I do, you're telling me everything you're taking, food-wise, drink-wise, is perfectly healthy, nothing high in sugar, nothing high in carbohydrate, nothing funny, nothing odd, nothing unusual you're doing, then it is potentially possible. But again, you have to see a doctor or a nurse or both to get the information you need to evaluate if you do have a condition or not. Don't always believe an article, a video, or something else. I know it's just a video, but you know what I mean, just videos in general telling you something you have out. Unless a person is confidently checked, you're a confident doctor, confident nurse, and has checked you to say, you do have insulin resistance, then you're best just to go see a doctor and then find out. Anyway, I hope it might help you, and I'm probably not going to do any more medical theme stuff or healthcare videos. It's just not what I'm really going to do with this channel. I mean, if people particularly want me, I might do another one, but I'm probably not going to. Anyway, I hope you have a good day and a good week. And as always, if you need medical help, contact your doctor, contact your nurse. That's the best advice. Anyway, that's all. Thanks, bye.